All right, welcome our live stream viewers tuning in. About to get started here. Thursday Night Thunder. Independent gonna start us off here. All these guys got a chance to win this one. Got to keep it clean. All right, the order is Dexter, Sean, Jason. Look at that. It even works. Amazing. All right, once again, Dexter on the tone. Sean. Trying to spread you guys out here a little bit. Oh, Dexter going off already. And Jason. Caution on the back straight. Take it to the wall, guys. Now we got Mr. Rains tuning in from West Ocala. Oh, poor Dexter. Should have just jumped over the pipe. Either way, we're about 1 minute into this. O'Hara showing the way in the all black with the white wheels, going over that ski jump. At a 16.9 new fast lap last time by. Dexter Smith in second by 12.6 seconds. And Jason, like he's having some trouble in the sweeper here. That was a 21.3. He had a fast lap on the previous lap of an 18.1. Dexter coming back with a 17.0. He's in the orange and green, or orange and yellow. Rocking the 22X. That new Losi. And looks like he's reeling Sean in here a little bit. A 16.6. Just about 2 down, 3 to go. All right, Sportsman, you're up next. Mr. Jason, come see me about your transponder. And Mr. Brad. Robert, that's right. I want you to show the new guy how to do it. Well, he would. Three down, 2 to go. O'Hara another 16.9 new fast lap for himself, but Dexter with a 16.6. Back 7.3, slowly reeling in O'Hara. Mineweaver back up battle lap here. Got a fast lap with a 17.9, going over that single to the north end of the track. Down the back straightaway he comes. Let's see what he's got this time by. Nice and tight in the sweeper. 17.4, that's a new fast lap for Jason. Just a reminder, everybody, I'm racing. Hobby shop will be closed. Mr. Can't do everything at once. Dexter, another 16.4, stepping it up a notch, down to 5.8. O'Hara showing the way on an 18-lap run, 5.13. Dexter on a 17.504. Lineweaver on a 16.506. Oh, Dexter coming up short in the ski jump. Yeah, it is true. I am racing tonight. Started practicing earlier. Realized my stuff was not great, so we made some changes. We're going cold turkey tonight on those changes. See if the old Mason can come out and wheel that thing at all. That is time. Race it out. Keep going. Keep going. Once again, that is the race clock, the general race clock. Everybody's on their own clock. Dexter is done. Now 17.507. Lineweaver's done with 16.504. And O'Hara taking that one 18.512. Going to set the early TQ. Once again, Dexter second. He's got the fast lap of a 16.4 and Lineweaver in third. All right, we are going to need one volunteer marshal to help us out with that. This next race, we got 6 cars in this one. Got a good mix of some new faces out here, and some old faces returning to racing, and a couple of recent, we won't call them veterans yet. Oh, Anthony's coming out with a short course truck. Anthony, red light is on, sir. All right, looking for Brad, Jason, Sean, and Robert. All right, Mr. Jason, check in for me one more time. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Brad's checking in. Thank you, sir. All right, just looking for Robert. Here he comes, checking in one time across that line, and Butter. All right, I still need one volunteer marshal to help us out there. O'Hara needs you out there. I know he's prepping his other car. Mr. Anthony, we need one in the hairpin here. And probably, yeah, down there. O'Hara's going to get a workout on this one. We're going to tack on a few extra seconds here. Be about 1:30 for our drivers to bring them up to speed. Turn them loose, guys. Turn them loose. Spread out. Turn loose. Take a lap or two. Get used to the current track conditions. That's what you're trying to do here. Throughout the day, there will be a little bit of track evolution. Oh, he got pandemonium on the back straight. Oh, Anthony getting it wrong. A little monster trucking through the infield. Glad to see he's got a short course out here this week. He was putting it to these guys with that four-wheel drive he had. You guys don't want laps? Why don't you pull it up by me? Way out of the way. Don't want anybody getting whacked. All right, drivers, no more laps. No more laps. Bring it to the staging area right down by me. All right, drivers, we are going to go off in order by the way it is on the sheet. So it's going to be Brad, Jason, Anthony, Terry, Sean, and Robert. Once again, in that order. I don't want to worry about it too much, Jason. Thank you, though. All right, marshals, look alive. Drivers, just a reminder, you're on your own clock when you actually cross the line. Nothing happens till then. I'm going to spread you guys out as much as I can to give you some room to work, as well as our marshals some room to work, because it looks like they might be getting a little bit of work out on this one. That's okay. All right, guys. Mr. Brad on the tone in less than 5. Brad Bowman. Jason Ralph. Anthony Smothers. Terry Dolan. Sean Melville. And Robert Sager. Caution the back straight. Deshaun, just put them on the tabletop when they get wonky and let them sort out how they speed up to it. Take it easy. All right, just about a minute into this one. It is Jason Ralph in the all-white. Coming over the tabletop right now. For leader. Brad Bowman in second by 5 seconds. Sean Melville in third. Anthony Smothers fourth. Terry Dolan fifth. And Robert Sager in sixth. First time racing in almost 10 years. All right, fast laps so far. A couple guys down into the 18s. That's Jason and Brad. Boys giving Mr. O'Hara a bit of a workout here. Caution entering the back straight. Caution on the back straight. Got marshals. 2 down, 3 to go. Terry dropping a 17.4. That's the fast lap of the race. Oh, Anthony getting tangled up on the pipe. Oh, he's broke something. Like it might be a driveline issue. Just past halfway, drivers. Plenty of time to make less mistakes or more mistakes. Brad Bowman, see, we can't find him. Should be coming down the back straight right now. And that might have been him in the purple and yellow. Got a fancy paint job out there, though. Three down, 2 to go. Once again, Hobby Shop will be closed while I'm racing. Mr. Sticks is going to be up here to call that one. So stock buggies start heading this way. Zach, Mark, Sean, Buddy, Josh. Brad Bowman, new fast lap, 17.7. Melville up in there now. Caution in the sweeper. Oh, look at O'Hara with the fancy marshal in there through the legs. Terry and Jason. Uh-oh. Going side by side over the tabletop and they touch. 35 seconds. It's Brad, Jason, Sean, back 4.5. Terry trying to run him down along with Bob, and Anthony out after 5, unfortunately. For drivers at the end of this, you should hear a tone. That's the race clock. You guys keep racing. Jason going wide there. We're going to tack on an extra minute before the next race. I still got to get out there and put my car together. That is the race clock. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Somebody get out there for him. He just left the track. Jason is done. Terry is done. Brad is done. Looking for Sean and Robert. Sean and Robert to finish out here. Here comes Sean, I think. And he's done. Looking for Robert. Cross. No. There he is. Shut it down. Jason Ralph. New fast lap on his last lap. Taking that one. 17.5 there. 15.505 for your current TQ. Melville with a 5.11. Bowman with a 5.15. Just under 10 seconds between those top three. Terry with 14 laps, and Robert, first time racing in almost 10 years with 13 laps. Great job, everybody, except Anthony Smothers. Everybody look at Anthony real bad now. Hopefully get that sorted out for the next round. All right, boys and girls, we're going to tack on an extra minute here.
Martin, can you cross the line for me? All right, buddy, can you cross the line for me one more time? And Josh, please. I get a special feeling about this. I think this is going to be a good race. It's going to be a fun one. All right, gentlemen, when you are ready, the starting lineup for this is going to be Mason, Zachary, Mark, Sean, Buddy, and Josh. Love the smell of Lexan in the morning. Nice flip. All right, gentlemen, let's get ready to roll it off. Mason, Zach, Mark, Sean, Buddy, Josh. All right, caution in the sweeper, caution in the sweeper. Right behind you, right behind you, right behind you. All right, Mark out in front, Josh in second. Sean right behind him. Switched up and Mark up front, Mason, Zach, Josh, Sean, and Buddy. Caution in the sweeper, caution in the sweeper. All right, Mark out in front on a 19.515 right now. Mason right behind him with a 17.517. Zach in third with a 17.518. Hall back in fourth with a 16.516. Sean in fifth with a 15.513. And Buddy in with a 15.13. 513. Sorry about that. Right it there. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Mark's still out there in front. Mason trying to chase him down with Zach hot on his tail. Josh behind him. Buddy in fifth. And Sean back there in sixth. Trying to chase them down. We got some fast laps out there. Buddy just hooked down a 15.90. All right, coming up on that 2 minute mark. Still got Mark out in front. Mason right behind him. Zachary in third. Josh in fourth. Buddy in fifth. Sean in sixth. Van Neersen on a 19.513. Mason on a 17.5 flat. 2 minutes left. Heard it there. You got Zach on a 17.502. Josh Hall on a 17.513. Buddy Hall on a 17.515. And Sean O'Hare on a 16.510. Running him down. Oh, caution. One minute left. 1 minute left. Mark still out in front. Mason trying to chase him down. Zach right behind him. Josh Hall in fourth. Buddy in fifth. And Sean in sixth. Oh, caution in the sweeper, caution in the sweeper, caution on the other side of the table. Race is over when you cross the line. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Buddy's done. Mason's done. Zach's done. Josh, Mark, Sean. Finish lineup on that one's going to be Mark Van Neersen, Mason McCombs, Josh Hall, Zachary Montgomery, Sean O'Hare, and Buddy Howell. Van Neersen putting down a 19.515. Mason putting down a 17.504. Josh Hall with a 17.508. Zachary Montgomery with a 17.510. Sean O'Hare with a 17.514. And Buddy Howell with a 16.502. But Buddy still put down the fastest lap of that race.
All right, boys and girls. It is 7:45. Let me see how fast we ran through all that. That took about 20 minutes to run that, so we'll take a solid 20-minute break here. Mains will, or not wow, mains. Round 2 will start at 8:05. 8:05 for round 2. Track is open for practice. All right, boys and girls, round 2 starts now. Independent, come on down. Sean, Dexter, and Lineweaver. Marshals will be our stock guys. Mark, Mason, Josh, Zach, Sean, and Buddy. All right, if you watch online, jump in the chat. Let us know who's out there tuning in. I know we had Mr. Rains on earlier. Don't forget to do all those social media things. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Help get the word RC out there. Get some more racers out here. Okay, we do oval racings on Saturday right now. What is it? All right, you patrons on the driver's stand, I need you guys to come down off the driver's stand. If you're not in the race, I need you to come off the driver's stand, guys. Plenty of fences to be back here by. Those drivers don't want to be distracted too much. They get mad when I talk to them. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's see who else we need out there to marshal. Got Zach, got Bobby, Buddy. Wow. Gonna need Hall out there. Dan Nearson. Let's go, gentlemen. 90 seconds on this one. Let's turn these guys loose. We'll get a couple guys out there in just a moment. Wow, we got to focus. Once again, Mr. Hall, Mr. Van Neerson, need you out there. Hold off, guys. Your hot laps. On them, great. If not, park it in the corner so you don't get whacked. Like, Mark's got the far end by the Arma sign. Hopefully nobody wrecks by the Savox sign this round. Alright guys, do not park it in the racing line. Once again, you can park it up by the wall by me if you need to, or right in front of the driver's stand where nobody should be hitting you. Worked on the ski jump and roller combo there a little bit, try to smooth that out. Hey, stop moving my pipe, sir. It was there for a reason. All right, drivers, that is your warm-up time. Bring it back to starting area. It's going to be O'Hara, Smith, and Lineweaver. All right, guys, O'Hara on the tone in less than 5. Dexter. And Jason. Try to spread these guys out a little bit, give them a little more room to work. And this is group qualifying. You do not actually have to pass somebody to actually pass somebody on the clock. All right, previous round TQ, 18 laps in 5 minutes, 12 seconds, set by Mr. O'Hara out there in the all black, coming down the back straightaway. O'Hara and Dexter on an 18-lap run at the moment. See what Dexter's got here, and yes, he's going to stay on there. Another new fast lap for Dexter. And somewhere out there, there's Lineweaver. New fast lap for Jason, a 17.5, doing a little pirouette. We're going to try to hit that replay. Got it. All right, so far, O'Hara out front on a new TQ run, picking up about 10 seconds on that first round time. 18.502. Dexter's got to find something here to pick up his time. He's got to find, ooh, what is that, 4 or 5 seconds? Lineweaver got to pick up about 15 seconds. At 8 seconds now. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Sportsmen start heading this way. We Brad, Jason, Anthony, Terry, Sean, and Robert. Oh, gone. Getting little elbows out there. Jason hitting the cone out there. At some point, we're going to put the cowbell back up on that thing. All right, 3 down, 2 to go. Once again, Sportsman, you're up in 2 minutes. Transponder, see me? We will need a volunteer marshal to help out with this next race. There's only 3 in this heat. Your independent 21.5 buggy class. Standard off-road buggy with a 21.5 turn motor. We're so fast, we got to slow down drivers again. Right now, O'Hara's got a 16.5. I think that might actually be faster than his 17.5 hot lap. No, he had a 16.3 there, so he's got to find a little bit more of that 21.5. Right now, O'Hara still holding on a new TQ run. And Dexter finally back to improving his time here. 17.506, right on the edge of what he currently has. Lineweaver dropping a 17.5. That's a new fast lap for him. He's still got to find a couple more seconds. Oh, Dexter having to swerve on throttle there. Kills the momentum, comes up short. Keep going, keep going. Nobody's done yet. Should be this time by for O'Hara. We'll see. He's done. Dexter's done. Both those guys improved their time. Track is hot. Marshals, please hold your position. Looking for Jason Lineweaver to finish out here. And shut it down. John O'Hara taking that one. That's a new TQ. 18 laps, 5:08. Picked up 4 seconds there on the first round time with a 16.5 fast lap. Dexter Smith, 17.504, improving his time. Gonna stay second overall. And Jason Lineweaver, 16.510, not making the step up in that run. That's all right. He's still in the A main either way. All right, sportsman drivers, let's get those cars down and checked in and park them. Again, drivers, that red light is on. Pace speed only because somebody could be going backwards. All right, let me see here. Hold on. Jason, check in for me, Jason. All right, Mr. Robert. All right, we'll get Anthony out there in a second. And my marshals. Once again, we need one volunteer to help us out. All my drivers are checked in. Let's roll them off, drivers. You got 140 on the clock. Get one more marshal out there, along with Lineweaver. Caution on the front straight, caution on the front straight. All right, keep it tight on the back straight, guys. We got Lineweaver on the wall there. He's walking down for your benefit. You need one more marshal, probably down by the Arma sign. All right, last call for one volunteer marshal. Help out down at the Arma sign. I don't know if anybody's out there. All right, guys, this is what we got. Drive smart, drive smooth. Get to you as soon as they can. All right, the order's gonna be Jason, Sean. Thank you, Mark. Down by the Arma sign. Just do a lot of kick saving down there. Hockey season's almost back upon us. Speaking of Robert Netzel. Once again, it's gonna be Jason, Sean, Brad, Terry, Robert, and Anthony. On the tone? Sean. Brad. Terry. Robert. And Anthony. And that's the importance of getting a good, clean first lap. I think that was Terry going for a little tumble-rooski. Reminder to our drivers, you have all the power in the world. All you got to do is square it up and squeeze for those jumps. Nice, easy. Roll into that throttle. Plenty of power to make these jumps. Only Mr. Anthony with his short course might have had a problem. He's out there with his four-wheel drive, leading the way right now. Oh, somebody went head on into the wall there. Oh, Harry, you got one here at the tabletop. Landing at the tabletop. That was our leader. Not sure. Oh, looks like somebody's having a problem there. I think that might be Robert having some issues. He's pulled it over. Harry's going to try to take a look at it. And we got Robert back into it. All right, halfway, drivers, halfway. Jason Ralph showing the way in the all-white somewhere out there. Like he's got the yellow wheels, if I'm not mistaken. Robert's got the white wheels on his white car. Anthony Smothers still holding on to the lead at the moment. Jason's battling out with him here. Anthony to hold on to about 4 seconds over Jason. Terry back to 1.3 in third. Brad back 0.6 in fourth. Sean Melville back 3.6 in fifth. And Robert having to have a long pit stop there, unfortunately, back a couple laps. Drivers, give the marshal a chance to get you. Oh, he got one between the pipes. Oh, that was Jason. Baited the marshal to go get him in one spot and wreck somewhere else. That doesn't help you out. Stock Buggy, you guys are up in just over a minute. Again, we'll have an extra couple minutes there between that race. O'Hara get his heart rate down here. It's Anthony, Sean, Brad, Terry, Jason. We got a five-way battle for the lead here, but it's about 17 seconds between them. Everybody's got at least 5 wrecks in there. Want to be equal to everybody else if you're going to wreck. Long lap for Smothers. And I have a feeling this transponder might have stopped working there. That's time, guys. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Terry to the top of the charts now. Hold your spot, guys. Keep going, Robert. Nobody's done yet. And yeah, I think Anthony's having a problem there. Looking for Terry and Robert. One more. Looking for Robert. Down the back straightaway he comes. Going to finish this one out. Going deep into the south end. And shut it down. Oh, Mr. Anthony, you need to double check that transponder. You got 12 laps into it and gave out. Brad Bowman taking that one. Not enough for new TQ. He's going to bump up one spot to second overall. Terry Dolan bumping up his 4th place time a little bit. Followed by Sean, Jason. All 4 of those guys on 15 laps. Brad had a 5:11, Terry 5:12, Sean 5:12, and Jason with a 5:21. They were all separated by 9.7 seconds. Anthony probably really took that one, but his transponder gave out. And Robert having a long pit stop there with 12 laps and a fast lap of a 21:1. So not bad. All right, guys, cars down on the table. Return any transponders back to me and head back out the track to Marshall because Stock Buggy, it's your time to shine.
If possible, I'd like to get another marshal over here on the sweeper before we start. Wah, wah. Sorry, Mason. Caution after the tabletop. All right, 5 seconds to start time. We're starting off. The starting lineup is going to be Mark Van Neersen, Mason McCombs, Josh Hall, Zachary Montgomery, Sean O'Hare, and Buddy Howell. All right, starting off is going to be Mark Van Neersen, Mason McCombs, Josh Hall, Zachary Montgomery, Sean O'Hare, and Buddy Howell. Styling and profiling. Had to steal it, Mason. All right, Mark out in front, Buddy right behind him, Mason in third, Josh Hall in fourth, Sean O'Hare in fifth, and Zachary Montgomery in sixth. Mark on a 19.512, Buddy Howell on a 19.511, Mason McCombs on an 18.503, Josh Hall on an 18.507, Sean O'Hare on an 18.511, Zachary Montgomery on a 17.505. All right, Mark still out in front. Buddy right behind him. Josh Hall in third. Mason in fourth. Sean O'Hare in fifth. And Zach in sixth. Mark out there in front on a 19.514. Buddy right behind him on an 18.503. Mason McCombs up in third on an 18.507. Josh Hall on an 18.508. Sean O'Hare on an 18.511. And Zachary Montgomery on a 17.5 flat. Oh, caution, caution. Like we got a little mix-up going on. Oh, caution right behind you. Buddy putting down a 16.04. Mark Van Neersen out in front. Buddy right behind him. Josh Hall in third. Mason McCombs in fourth. Zachary Montgomery in fifth. Sean O'Hare in sixth. Mark out there still holding on to first place. Buddy knocking at his door. Josh Hall right behind him. Mason McCombs in fourth. Zach Montgomery in fifth. Sean O'Hare in sixth. Buddy with the fastest lap of a race with a 15.96. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Mark Nearson out in front. Buddy Howell in second. Josh Hall in third. Mason McCombs in fourth. Zach Montgomery in fifth. And Sean O'Hare in sixth. Lexan. Under 30 seconds to go. Mark still out in front. Buddy right behind him. Josh Hall, Mason McCombs, Zach Montgomery. Remember, don't stop until I call your name. Right, race it to the line. Zach Montgomery. Josh Hall. Mason McCombs. Mark Van Neersen. Waiting on Buddy. Ooh, watch your ankles. There you go. All right, finish lineup for that one is going to be Mark Van Neersen with a 19.513, Buddy Howell with a 19.516, Josh Hall with an 18.505, Mason McCombs with an 18.510, Zach Montgomery with a 17.5 flat, and Sean O'Hare with a 17 flat pace at a 5:10.
All right, boys and girls, let's see. It's about 8:40. We will start mains at 9 o'clock. Mains 9 o'clock. I want to welcome our live stream viewers back to this one. While we're waiting, we're just about to get started here with the mains. Our independent class will be up first. O'Hara, Smith, Lineweaver. We got to remind you out there in the world about some of our sponsors. These are people who have helped us out in the past since the beginning of the year to keep this place going in our time of need. So we first got to thank Mr. Josh Hall at the Aquatic Source. If you're looking for freshwater fish, live plants, food, tanks, all that good stuff, give them an opportunity to earn your business out there on Highway 200 here in Ocala. If you're looking for your lawn mowed over in the Citrus County area, check out Mr. Aaron Smith at Ron's Lawns. And if you're down in Summerfield Villages area and you need some home improvement stuff, see Kyle Paquette at Kyle's Home Solutions. Again, those guys helped us out, and we're doing our part to help them out. All right, it is 9:01. Our marshals for this first race will be our stock buggy guys: Van Neersen, Howell, Hall, McCombs, Montgomery, and O'Hara. Independent, let's get them down and checked in. All right, gentlemen, roll it off, roll it off. All right, looking for our marshals still. We got Van Neersen's out there, Hall is out there, Howell's out there. Looks like Zach's got the roller cone. Zach Montgomery to the track. We had the world famous John Grant tuning in live from Sarasota, Florida. Looks like Mr. Jason's going to go out there for us. Thank you, sir. All right, boys and girls. As of late, we were trying to record most of these races and have them on YouTube a couple days later, and it's close as 1080 as we can. Fortunately, our internet connection only permits us to a very, very low 720. I'd like to give a little better stuff out there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your independent 21.5 stock buggy A main. Your top qualifier is going to be Sean O'Hara, 18 and 508. Dexter Smith lining up second. Jason Lineweaver in third. This is a 6-minute race, drivers. Everybody's going live in less than 5. Here we go. Good clean start. Dexter looking underneath. O'Hara being pressured here. He's got the fast car, I think, but Dexter's no slouch. Associated B7 versus Losi 22X. This is the latest of the latest. Lineweaver rocking a Associated. Not mistaken. Basically the class you step up to from our sportsman class. O'Hara down to a 16-3. Dexter with a 16-2. Lineweaver 18-3. Battle for the lead going over the tabletop. And, oh, they got together. Dexter doing the sportsman-y thing and waiting for him. Oh, and O'Hara pipes it. Zach lose a flip-flop. We're going to have a little discussion about that. Oh, watch out. At the south hairpin here. Eric got to take a deep breath to get back into this one. Plenty of time, though. We're only 1:30 into this, 4:30 to go. Oh, Dexter come up a little short on the tabletop. Lineweaver taking over second now. O'Hara powering by. Now Dexter out on a Sunday drive, dropping a couple of low 17s, upper 16s out here. He has a fast lap race, a 16-2 in that orange and yellow. Losi 22X coming through the sweeper at the south end of the track. Rocking a 21 lap run here. Lineweaver back 7.4. O'Hara running him down here, 1.4 behind him. Getting through the roller really nice there. Lineweaver tagging the back wall. O'Hara going to go underneath them. They work together to keep it clean. Thank you, gentlemen. Just about halfway, drivers. And O'Hara with a 16-7 Lineweaver 17-5. Pick up about 2/10 on Dexter there. Out for a Sunday drive right now. He's just got to keep it clean. Oh no, looks like O'Hara caught the pipe or something there. Good job from our marshal. All right, sportsman, you are up next. Jason, Brad, Sean, Terry, Anthony, and Robert. Lineweaver, new fast lap 17-3. Dexter by 10.5 over Sean at the moment. Jason back 2.8 at the line. Oh, somebody going off the backside of the track there. Now Sean picking it up here a little bit. Dexter slowing down there a little bit. Sean back 9.8 now. Picked up a whole second. 45 seconds to go. Ten seconds, drivers. When you cross line, you are done. O'Hara's done. Here comes your winner. Dexter Smith taking that one. 21.606. And shut it down. Jason Lineweaver in third. O'Hara with 20 laps. And Jason with 20 laps. Separated by 7 seconds there. Once again, Dexter taking that one. Fast lap of a 16.2. And just to remind our sportsmen, especially our new folks who haven't raced here before, at the end of all this, we still have podium pictures to take. Your top 3 or TQ will be on the podium in front of the driver's stand. All right, let's get everybody checked in real quick so I know who we're missing. All right, we are going to need one volunteer marshal to help us out with this one. This is, what, the biggest race, second biggest race, tied for the biggest race? It's tied for the biggest race of the night. Hera's out there. Dexter's out there. Looking for Lineweaver and one volunteer. Come on down. All right, as soon as Jason gets checked in here, we'll turn you guys loose. All right, marshals, look alive. We're going to turn these guys live. Roll them off, drivers. We'll get you a couple more marshals out there in just a moment. Again, looking for Jason and a volunteer. Big show. This is the mains. We definitely need the volunteer marshal. Good checkup, guys. Good checkup. Right, all right. Are you marshaling over there in the corner? Marshaling? I get you to come down towards me. Right where the fence is right here. That's usually where they end up. We don't have to run as far. Oh, keep coming, keep coming. They're going to hit there. Slide to you. Thank you. All right. That is excellent. That should be all right. All right, drivers, let's get them to the grid. Mr. O'Hara is going to help line you up. Your top qualifier, Jason Ralph. Back up here a couple spots, which is fine. Not the end of the world. All right, line up second, Brad Bowman. Third will be Sean Melville. Fourth, Terry Dolan. Fifth, Anthony Smothers. Rounding out the field in sixth. First time out so far, keeping it in one piece, just popping some ball cups off. That's normal. Mr. Robert Sager. I just want to remind everybody up there, this is a 6-minute race. You're not going to win it on the first lap, first corner, any of that. Your goal is to keep that first lap as clean as possible. Let the other guy make the mistake and get in that hole. All right, boys and girls, this is your Sportsman A main. Everybody's going live in less than 5. And a pretty good start there. Oh, we got a little kerfuffle in front of the driver's stand, and they get themselves out of it. Plenty of time, drivers, plenty of time. Don't want to do is let the leader get way out in front. It looks like we got a battle between Sean and Brad. Second spot coming down the back straightaway. Oh, Sean bouncing off the wall there. Brad getting by him. Anthony right there with him. Anthony sneaking by Sean. Anthony trying to do some special stuff. Oh, they get tangled up, and Brad coming out for the worst there. Plenty of time, though. We're only 1 minute into this race. Brad doing a little monster trucking down there. Getting back to his outdoor roots. Oh, somebody took out our cone. I think that was Melville. Learning everybody's cars and colors. At the line, 120 down, it's Jason. Anthony all the way up to second. He knew he wasn't going to leave that four-wheel drive sit by the wayside all night. John Melville in third, Brad in fourth, Robert in fifth, and Terry dropping back to sixth there. Terry, new fast lap 19.5. Caution on the roller, caution on the roller. Marshals, be safe. Caution down the back straight. Take it tight, take it tight. Inside, inside towards the pipe. And we are clear. 2 down, 4 to go. Jason, Anthony, Sean, Brad, Terry, and Robert. Guys are doing great so far. 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Got a battle for a lead between Anthony and Jason. Black car versus white car. Jason throwing an elbow and then some. Karma gets some. Caution on the ski jump. And I think Sean got past him there. They're battling over the Serpent Single. And Anthony leading by 4.1 over Sean. Jason back 0.7. Here comes Brad. He's back 3.9. Caution on the back straight. Put him on the landing. On the landing. We're clear. Oh, we got Mayhem. Help him out. The other lane, other lane. I think that was Jason. Oh, catches an edge, rolls it over. Deep breath, Jason. Deep breath. Plenty of time. A monster truck that thing right over the pipe. Go, go, go. Find the serpent single. Ah, you heard it there. 2 to go. So far, so good. Pretty clean race. Got a couple new guys out here racing for the first time ever, or first time in a long time. You guys have only racing 3 weeks out here now. Anthony, Sean in second, Brad to third, Jason to fourth, Terry in fifth, trying to run these guys down. Looks like he's back a lap right now. Yep, Terry back a lap in fifth. Jason, new fast lap, 18-1. Anthony's got the fast lap of the race, 17-4. Everybody else with the low 18, Terry with a 19-3, and Robert just dropped a 21 flat. Faster in his second round time, if I'm not mistaken. Anthony and Sean trying to find them out there. A couple guys upside down, and that was Anthony and Brad. Oh, the cone of shame has been taken out again. "15 seconds, drivers. Trying to find our closest battle. Might be for that podium spot between Brad and Jason. 5 seconds between them. Everybody else spread out. About 10 seconds or more. Caution between the rollers. Race out. When you get to the line, you will be done. Anthony is done. New fast lap. Robert's done. Brad's done. Jason's done. Look for Sean and Terry. Sean's done. Looking for Terry. Track is high. Here he comes. And shut it down. Anthony Smothers taking that one. 19.608. Melville 6.18. Brad Bullman getting on that podium there with 18.615. Jason back half a second. Terry with 17 laps and Robert with 15. Doing a great job finishing every race tonight in one piece. That's the name of the game. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to tack on an extra minute there so I can get my car ready. Mr. Sticks will be calling this race.
All right, we got a few marshals out there, so you can get your hot laps in. Tires warmed up. Ooh. All right, gentlemen. The starting lineup for this one right here is going to be Mark Van Neersen, Buddy Howell, Josh Hall, Mason McCombs, Zach Montgomery, John O'Hare. Get them lined up when you are ready. I got to get them lined up behind the starting line. The order is Mark Van Neersen, Buddy Howell, Josh Hall, Mason McCombs, Zach, and Sean. All right. Everybody ready? All right. Going on the tone. Ooh. Caution. Oh, caution, caution. Dexter. All right, we got some chaos, but we got Buddy out in front, Mason in second, Josh Hall in third, Van Neersen in fourth, Montgomery in fifth, and O'Hare in sixth. All right, we got Buddy out in front, Mason right behind him, Josh in third, Mark in fourth, Zach in fifth, and Sean in sixth. Oh, Mason just took flip-flop. Mason out in front, Buddy behind him, Josh Hall in third, Mark Van Eersen in fourth, Zach in fifth, and Sean in sixth. Caution before the ski jumps. Caution after the ski jump. Caution after the ski jump. Caution on the switchback. Caution shook it up, but not enough to take it away from Mason. Still holding on to first place. Buddy knocking at the door, and Josh behind him. Zach in fourth, Mark in fifth, and O'Hare in sixth. Mason on a 22.607. Buddy Howell right behind him with a 22.613. Josh Hall with a 22.615. Mark with a 21.609. Zach with a 20.615. And O'Hare with an 18.614. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Oh boy. Mason and Buddy 5 seconds within each other. If I'm reading that right. 1 second. No. 1 second. Dear God, reading it wrong. Oh, man. Oh, cartwheel. All right, Mason still holding on to first place. Buddy knocking right at that door. Josh Hall right behind him. Mark Van Eersen in fourth. Zach in fifth. And Sean in sixth. 2 minutes left. Little hang up before the ski, right after the ski jump. Righted himself. Boys are sending it tonight. Mason and Buddy within a second of each other. Not Josh right behind them. Mark in fourth, Zach in fifth, and Sean in sixth. Oh, right after the ski jump. Caution, caution. All right, almost 30 seconds to go. Mason out in front, Mark right behind him, Buddy in third, Josh in fourth, Zach in fifth, and Sean in sixth. Mason on a 22.612. Mark Van Eersen on a 22.613. Buddy Howell on a 22.615. Josh Hall on a 21.612. Zach on a 26.08, and Sean O'Hare on a 26.08 also. Coming down to the line, don't stop until I call your name. Sean, Zach, Josh, Mason, Mark Van Eersen, and Buddy. All right, the tail of the tape on that one. Mason McCombs out in first with a 22.611. Mark in second with a 22.613. Buddy Howell with a 21.6 flat. Josh Hall with a 21.609. Sean O'Hare with a 26.06. And Zach Montgomery with a 26.06 also. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for racing. That'll be the of our live broadcasting for tonight. Stick around for the trophies and the pictures.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Once again, we'll see you Saturday. Looks like it's going to be outdoor oval. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, check out our sponsors. Give them a chance to earn your business. We will catch you later. Have a good one.